The next point, use a course book. Do not use PowerPoints. Students and parents generally dislike PowerPoints. I've never taught a student who likes using PowerPoints. PowerPoints are disjointed, they're bitty, extremely difficult to put together, and there's often no continuity. When you invest in a course book, or when you get the parents to invest in the course book, they can see what they'll be doing on chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. The parents and students can see continuity. The parents and students can look ahead in the book, they can prepare ahead in the book. Okay? Schools use course books, we use course books as well. I might be an online teacher, but I'm still a teacher nonetheless. Now, as far as possible, when I assess a student, I will then select the course book that I think is most suitable for that student, and I will usually take a sample PDF from the course book to test it, to check that it is the right level. Again, I teach ESL, so it's different if you're doing history or maths or science. Once we've decided on the correct course book, I then tell the parents that they must buy it. There's no ifs or buts, they must buy the course book. Now, parents who are paying you $30 or $40 an hour have no objections to buying the course book, and most of them also want to buy the workbook that goes with it. They understand the importance of course books and workbooks, and once the parents have bought the course book, you also need a copy of it. Now, you can buy these new or second-hand from Amazon, and it makes your life so much easier when teaching. You don't need to worry about preparing PowerPoints. You don't need to worry about where you've left your notes on the computer. You have the course book. On the day of the lesson, you greet the student, "Hello, how are you? Please, let's open the course book at page 15 and look at exercise 7. You're both on the same page, you're both on the same exercise. It makes your teaching so much easier and so much more effective, and therefore so much more professional and so much more deserving of a higher salary, a higher fee. Number 6, planning your course. This is something very, very, very few teachers do because they're afraid it's going to take a long time. It won't. If you plan your course and you give your students' parents your long-term and medium-term planning, this is at least 6 months ahead, they are absolutely blown away. They are amazed at how organised you are. They are amazed at how much you have thought about their child's education. Now, this seems like a lot of work to many teachers, but really it's not. Imagine you've got a course book. It doesn't matter what subject you're teaching. You turn to the front of the course book, you've got chapter headings, 10, 15 chapter headings. Your long-term plan is probably going to be 1 chapter per month. So in the long-term planning over 6 months, you put the title of the chapter in January, chapter 2 is February, chapter 3 is March, chapter 4 is April. Okay? Now, when you divide that then into the medium-term planning, you look at chapter 1, and chapter 1's probably divided into subheadings, subsections. You look at the subsections and subheadings that you'll be teaching, and you copy those across into the weekly midterm planning. So chapter 1, subsection 1 is medium term plan week 1. Chapter 1, subheading 2 is medium term plan week 2. Yes, it will take you a bit of time to copy and paste these chapter headings and these subheadings over onto a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet. But once you've got it and you've given that to your students' parents, this gives you an advantage over so many other tutors, because the parents can see that you have thought long and hard about the course you'll be giving their child, and this gets them into the mindset that you're preparing for 6 months of employment. Yeah, you're preparing for 6 months of employment. And if the parents are happy with you in the first 1, 2, 3 lessons, they're also happy to think of you as being employed for the next 6 months because they can see how well organised you are. Number 7, you must make a private Facebook group. This is vital. This is extremely important. To make a private Facebook group is completely free. You can put your teaching logo on there. You can put your own image on there. If you're using an image, make it professional. We don't want pictures of dogs. We don't want pictures of flowers. We don't want cute pictures of puppies or kittens. No. We want pictures of professional teaching, learning environments. It's very, very important. Your private Facebook group is going to represent you on Facebook to other potential parents. Now, in the private Facebook group, you tell the parents, when you sign on with me, I will give you and your child access to my private Facebook group. In my private Facebook group, I upload videos of teaching tips, learning tips. I upload links to useful websites, and it's a place where you, the parent, or your child can message me if they need any extra help. Say a lot of teachers, extra help. Oh no, I know. Believe me, they don't message very often. Okay? They don't message very often, but this again is something that puts you head and shoulders above all other tutors. It doesn't cost you anything to make. It will take you a bit of time each week to make a video like this, a simple presentation. It will take you a bit of time to search YouTube for a few relevant videos on studying or doing homework or learning tips, but it's well worth the investment. Okay, so get yourself a private Facebook group page set up. Finally, run everything through Google. You need to tell the parents, I'm going to be using Google, we're going to be using Google, I'm going to be conducting the class through Google Calendar, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Drive, if necessary, Google Classroom. And you make sure that the parents are on board with this. You share your Google Classroom, you share the relevant pages with the parents. It makes communication absolutely effortless, and it's again incredibly professional. Yes, I know all of this is going to take a bit of time to set up, but it is well worth it. Believe me, it will put you head and shoulders above other tutors. And the last point is very, very important. It's word of mouth advertising. This is the most powerful advertising you can get. Word of mouth advertising. When a friend recommends your teaching service to another friend. Now, what's important here is, if your timetable is full of $10 an hour, $15 an hour parents, they are going to recommend you to other $10 an hour, $15 an hour parents. There's nothing wrong with that, that's fine. But if you're charging $30 or $40 an hour for your tuition, and one parent recommends you to another parent, guess how much that second parent is going to be more than willing to pay? $30 to $40 an hour. Recommending parents will recommend you to similar parents who can afford the same amount of money. Okay? Tips 1 to 8 are extremely important if you're going to start charging more. I think that just about wraps it up for me for the moment. All that's left to say is thank you for watching. Keep coming back to Teach on Your Terms for more hints, more tips, more advice, and more videos like this. And don't forget to drop any questions you may have in the group. I will answer as many of them as I can, and I'm sure if we can help each other and answer each other's questions, it will make the group a vibrant, dynamic place for all of us. Okay, thanks very much. Happy teaching and cheerio!